Hello my friends, John LaRuffa here again with another Unbiased unboxing, and this time we are going to take a look at Arkham Horror The Final Hour. So let's see what's inside this little box of joy. Okay, so first off, standard size Fantasy Flight style box, not too big, not too small. I shouldn't say standard, I guess, because it isn't a massive one. It kind of fits that bill of some of those middle size boxes that are released with some of the games. Good artwork, good everything else. You know, I mean, like I said, I want to be unbiased in these things, but Fantasy Flight does put out some regular, good quality stuff, and they usually do a great job with the Arkham Horror artwork, component quality, etc. So I kind of guess I know what I'm going to get in this thing even before I open it up, that it's going to be all right. But either way, let's take a look here. All right, so we've torn off the shrink wrap. And what do we have? Okay. So as we open up this little guy, starts out with a rule book. Okay, so Fantasy Flight style rule book, my guess is what we're going to get, which is going to be usually pretty good from a standpoint of examples, diagrams, figures. I don't have any issues at all with Fantasy Flight and their rule books. To be honest, they seem to work just fine for me. And a couple promos in the back for some other things, as you can tell. My favorite part, the quick reference, always good to have that in the back, and that's awesome. Looks like one rule book this time, not a rule book and an annex as far as they usually go. Sometimes it's like a quick rule and then an annex. Here we've got two different punch boards here. So we're going to open that up and take a look. And then we have what appears to be, let's see, a setup card for probably the three different monsters you get in this game, or elder gods. So we've got the Devourer below, the Apocalypse Worm, and of course it wouldn't be any fun without good old Cthulhu, the Sleeper. All right, so we've got three of those in there. The board comes shrink wrapped. I don't mind shrink wrapping things, you know, keep it nice and safe during production or transportation. No problems there with me. Let's see what this board looks like. Okay. All right. Upside down, fairly colorful board here. Kind of looks like the fall. I like that. So looks like we're going to have different spaces on here. Fairly easy to read. Iconography is going to be pretty standard. Looks like a nice colorful board. One of the lower complexity ones when it comes to, you know, these kinds of Arkham Horror kinds of games. So no issues there, no problems. Let's take a look at the cards we get. All right, so these are some Fantasy Flight standard cards. That kind of artwork that you've come to expect, the kind of texture that you come to expect, really good quality, no issues there. So that will be good. And looks like we've got a couple of probably reference cards. There we go, always helpful. And then some different cards with our different investigators on there. Game said it came with 6 different investigators. Those of you familiar with the series will recognize all of them. All right, some standees here, as usual, and then a pack of small cards. Same deal. So these are pretty standard as far as your usual components, usual cards, usual sizes. Nothing really to complain about here. All good news as far as I'm concerned. And now this is kind of interesting. Again, I've never played this game yet, and I haven't read the rules, so it looks like these cards go from 1 to 30, so I'm sure that's going to be some type of game mechanic that we're going to be getting. And a couple of different tokens, not tokens, but items throughout the game, probably. All right. And then just kind of take a look at these. I'm going to just open this up real quickly here, the punch boards. So what do we have in the punch boards? All right, just getting the shrink wrap off of them. Looks like we're going to have a punch board full of our usual monsters, so you can see some ones that you kind of remember from other games previously out here. I can't remember all the names, but I certainly recognize the different types, some heart tokens, good standard thickness. So these will be the thickness that you've seen from every Fantasy Flight game. No problem there. And then some components with the standees right there. So overall, I'd say these components are just what you'd expect. Pretty solid, good stuff there. That's Arkham Horror Final Hour, and I'm looking forward to getting this one to the table to play it out. I hope you guys have enjoyed this unbiased unboxing. My name is John LaRuffa, and again, please like and subscribe if you could. It really helps me out. Thank you very much. Have a great evening.